um, so you're in this library. You have found so far as you're traveling through it that there are all these strange people, different colored robes, white robes, yellow robes, and you made it into this room where I believe you ran out of the room, if I recall correctly.
Well, so rather than running backwards to get away from the people who wanted me to wait for the white robes who are going to catalog my soul, or so I've heard, I used my fancy new dagger and blinked past them so I could continue forward.
Ah, yes, and you made it into the next room. You're easily able to open the door, and you see a room um, where there are still bookshelves. And the room itself here is this cylindrical stone chasm in an echoing dark, in this huge staircase that's like spiraling its way down into this big cylindrical chasm. And surrounding the edge of the staircase is are stacks and stacks of books going all the way down. And in the center is a large stone sarcophagus that's suspended by iron rods. And uh, carved into it are flutes and scrolls. And there's an inscription on the top of the sarcophagus.
Okay. Um, I so I kind of want to try to read the inscription, but I don't feel like my current state and my urgently scribbled notes in my Lady in the Orc copy would would lead me to doing such. So I'm sorry. Was another door besides the one I came through, right?
Well, from where you're at the top of this staircase, and it kind of spirals down a long ways, so you're not sure. Um,
Okay. Um, I'm going to ignore the things that, with my whole self, would be very distracting and cause the multiverse to end, and I'm going to, as stealthily as possible, with all my roguish cunning, go down the stairs, or yeah, it's just down from where I'm at.
yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna go down the stairs and try to find what I'm looking for.
All right. Your feet, you can hear them echoing against the stone as you clap, clap, clap down the stairs, and you can hear voices as the librarians open the door behind you to chase you down into
Well, if
this.
I can hear the clap, 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 I feel like I'm not doing the stealth part right.
No, no, I'm sorry. You're doing fine because you're a little girl, and so it's not that bad. But there's a lot of space in here, and the librarians that open the door behind you, they're making a lot of noise. They're trying to chase you down, and you make it down to the bottom of the staircase where there is indeed a door. It is a big gray metal door with reinforced banding.
I would like to check to see if it's unlocked as carefully as possible.
It is unlocked. Most of the it seems like most of the doors in this place are unlocked.
And I see through the lock to the other side.
Um, Let me see. Oops. Let me give me a second here. Let me see. I have to open up my hard copy version of this to answer that question.
That's all right. I got nothing else going on tonight, and it's only 8:30.
Let me see here. I mean, I have to open the PDF version. I have a generator for this, which is pretty cool, pretty handy, but I need the PDF now for this.
Well, yeah, you're not in the middle of a blackout or heavy storm.
Are you?
No,
Oh.
generator. That was the joke. Because you don't need your
Okay.
generator. uh,
You look through the what would be a lock, and you can see a long hallway that stretches on featureless for a long time.
but it is like clearly the other side of the door, and not just like a magical lock that's just so long you can't see through it.
Yeah, it's not a door mimic.
Okay. So, what I want to do then, in an effort to dissuade them from following me, because, you know, I'm clearly a child who does not have a key to the library, I want to reverse pick the lock so that the door locks, because my dagger's wording is that something I can see, so I can look through the lock to teleport past the door.
I'm sorry.
But
What?
since I want to reverse pick the lock so that the door is locked.
You want to lock the door? Okay.
Yeah, I want to lock the door and then look through the keyhole to blink through the, because I don't need to be. I just need to be able to see where I'm going.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You can do that. So you lock the door and then blink dagger your way to the other side.
Yep.
And then poof, and you appear on the other side, and there's this. So the door is locked. You've already beat the librarians, who are not in the most excellent physical condition, and they are
Just in
slowly
case.
tumbling their way down the stairs, like complaining and yelling and stuff. And
Yeah, I'm hoping it'll like throw them off my trail, because like, why would a little girl have a lock to the key to the door to lock it?
yeah, and then you just have this long hallway, and far down into the other end of this hallway, hundreds of feet from where you are, it seems like a tiny door, but it's just really far away. There is a door at the end of this long hallway.
Um, is the hallway well lit enough that I can see all the way to the door?
Yes.
Then I blink all the way to the end of the hallway. There is no range limit on the dagger's description.
I will fix
As long
that.
as I can see it. As long as I can physically see what I'm going
Yeah.
to, I can blink there.
Nice.
I mean, it's great for a long hallway, terrible for a forest. So
That's true. I will fix it because the I don't know about elves, but humans can see almost 5 miles if they're in the air, so that's a long ways. Oh man, that would be handy though. Okay, let's see here.
actually, I just realized I may have been misusing it.
Well, it'll do that this time. Let me see. I also have something complicated to explain here. I'm going to try to just read what you see here and see if I can. There are a lot of noises coming from this room. You see a huge room. Did you wait? You entered the door here. My bad.
Yeah, the door at the end of the
Okay.
hallway. Well, I am gonna go through it, but again, as stealthily as possible, because my goal is to not be cataloged.
So far, you've left the librarians in the dust, but it seemed like you don't know if they're still trying to follow you or chase you or not.
Well, and I keep walking up on new ones. I mean, that was what, the third group of librarians? Technically the third through whatever number librarians I've seen.
Yeah, this place is not safe. Right. There is what the player would know, covering the entire room here is a computer. and there are screens and there are displays and lights throughout this huge chamber. It's all around you, and there are a tangle of thin glass tubes and valves which flow with like lightning electricity into circuit boards and components and things. There are clockwork engines, and there are human brains and brains of other creatures of various sizes, and some submerged in certain liquids along this thing, and they're hooked into the computer. And there's all sorts of dials and displays, and there are white librarians here. But they don't notice you yet. They seem oblivious to you, interested in their work at the computer. There are also those tiles with the symbols on them. You, the player, you'd know this as like keyboards and stuff, but that to Nia, I think they would just be like tiles of different things with symbols. And
Piles of danger, since I did just see several librarians when they said they were going to alert people for help start clacking away at them.
yeah,
So I may not know their computers, but I do know they're a way to communicate.
probably, yeah. You also see a huge black canvas, which you as a player would know is a vast screen. And there's a big keyboard before that screen. And there is no other door. You seem to have found the heart of the library. And I'm going to see how many librarians are here. They're on this different kind of scaffolding at multiple levels up on this huge computer. There's only 3 that you can see at least.
What colors are they?
They're white. They have white robes.
Fuck me. I'm going to remain as stealthy as possible. Besides the computery stuff and creepy brains and etc., is there any indication of the book I've been looking for this whole time?
It's probably clear to you that this is the book. This whole room.
Shit.
And the screen.
Okay, from a safe-ish distance, I would like to try and figure out what the deal with these librarians is and try to see if maybe I could manage to somehow very quickly and quietly put them down.
You see 3 of them. They're all in various spots. In fact, I'll kind of try to draw something here. I'm going to try to draw this. Extra large. I'm going to use red so that's very easy to see. If you imagine that you're in a circular room and that there's kind of like multiple levels, and then there's like this huge, gigantic, 100 foot, not 100 foot, I don't know, like, not 100 foot, 30 foot tall, 30 foot wide black screen, and there's like there's like tiles. And you're here at this entrance, okay? And then there's like lots of little screens all over the place, right? This probably goes up like, this whole thing probably goes up 100 feet or so. Maybe more, I don't know. Pretty tall. And as you go up, you've got like a white librarian here, and one way off over here, and then one way off over here. So they're not, actually, maybe over here. So they're not paying attention to you, and they're doing their own thing. And the big black screen is right here. I'll even put your token here.
I think the token would help. Yeah, I'm not good at imagining things, more complex things.
So there's the door, there's the big black screen, there's all sorts of tiles, and there's ways that, like stairs and stuff, that you can switch back your way up to another floor where there's all sorts of other screens and stuff, and there's a white librarian way up above you here. They all have their backs to you, and they're looking at screens that they're working on themselves. And then there's another one up here, another 30 or 40 feet, and then way over here, 150 feet diagonally across from you, up in the
I'm
far
kind of
end.
I'm kind of, it's 2D, so I'm trying to picture it in 3D, but I'm kind of picturing it like a uh 4-level like opera house,
Yeah,
except without all the chairs.
with a gigantic computer on the opposite end of it.
Yeah, just, like in terms of like the tiers, I'm picturing like they're like not directly above each other, so if they turn around, they're probably going to see me.
Yep, if they turn around right now, they will see you if they try. If you're really tiny and you're pretty far away, so like
Well,
this
and I
one,
have
if he turns around, he would need to look directly down, and this one right here would need to look directly down, and this one would need to turn around and then look at a tiny little thing on the far end, which they might.
yeah, like every level is like curved but facing towards the
Yeah, it's like
screen
a
and
big
stuff.
cylinder. Yeah.
Okay, well, and I've got a stupid stealth modifier, so I'm hoping that'll help against being detected. How far is it from like where I'm standing to where the first one is standing, like height-wise?
Probably 35, 40 feet.
Okay, yeah, that'd be real nice and difficult to see. So I'm just gonna like as sneakily as I can make my way towards this computer, and like just in case I'm gonna like tap with my hedgehog dagger plushie on the floor to make sure I'm not gonna trigger anything that screams and draws attention.
All right, make a stealth check.
I can do this. 18.
18. Yeah, no problem. You make it over there with your stealth, with your hedgehog plushie, and nothing happens. And they don't seem to notice you. They seem oblivious. They seem to have their backs to you, and they're just looking at screens.
Did anything happen to the big screen as I approached it? Did it react, or is there stuff on it that can be seen that couldn't be at a distance, or...
No, but the tiles that are underneath it are the symbols of letters that just make up the common alphabet.
Oh, so I understand these tiles?
Mm-hmm.
Alright then, I'm... Poof, okay, I'm going to blink up near this first one, I think. Because I can, like, not like on him, I was just highlighting that that's the one I want to get near, but like from a safe-ish distance.
Okay.
Like, is there any particularly dark area up there where I'd be less noticeable when I just appear out of thin air?
You would need to make another stealth check.
I will attempt this. 18 again.
All right, you do find an alcove that you're able to hide within. What's your intention? What are you trying to do?
I would like to take a moment to observe the typing thing and just like take a look at just like the way its robes hang and any exposed part of its skin, limbs, face. I want to determine if this is something I can probably kill really quietly if I'm accurate and lucky with my like sneak attack.
I'm going to look and see.
And alternatively, is there anything hanging above any of them that I can just like use as an environmental assist?
Let me try this instead.
Yeah, because I feel like once I start typing the, because like I know what the keys sound like from librarians typing, right? I assume they're closer to a mechanical keyboard than a quiet keyboard.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I would
so
say so.
I'm immediately going to draw attention if they don't expect a fourth librarian to be here.
I'm going to have to try this the old-fashioned way. Bestiary. So it goes to page 43. 43. 40, 41, 42, 43. Here we are. And I'm looking. You'll be able to look at them, and I'll also tell you what they look like. Oh. Okay. You possess the memories of Fellcayn, right?
Yes, to a degree. Anything that's not a secret. Or like, well, no, I guess we decided that the secret stuff was specific to magic, so yes. Unless you mean, have I found my missing thing, which the answer is no.
This is how I would describe what you would see here and what you might be able to discern, because you're looking at the White Librarian, right?
Yes.
This is someone who looks more alien and turned by this place than any of the others you've seen. It does not look like a normal person. Their eyes are cancerous and glossed over, and they look like undead, but they're not undead. It's almost like a different undeath, like it's like its own unique kind of undeath. They are enthralled with what they're doing, and you can see on the screen that it's just reams of calculations. It's math, just mathematics. The mathematics include arcane symbols that you would know from spellbooks as part of its formula. You would assume that this thing is a being of immense magical power, like it probably knows spells pretty darn good. But apart from that, it doesn't look. It looks like a frail husk of a being.
So as long as I could get close and probably surprise it, the odds are in my favor.
It seems so, but it
Dangerous
also
word.
needs to not make noise. Would be another problem there. But also of note, I mean, this is the book you're looking for right here. And you already stealthed over there.
Oh yeah, and I guess, I mean, shit, 30... What would you say is the distance from the door to where the keyboard is for the big computer?
A squared plus B squared equals C squared. It would be something like for 63 feet, 65 feet.
Squared is the thing times itself, right?
Oh, you want the distance.
So, yeah, I'm trying to figure out the, like, angled distance from me to the white-robed thing if I stay at the big computer.
Oh, well, actually, you know what?
Yeah.
This is probably double, so, yeah, it's probably... You know what? It's more than that, because this is probably 40, and that's probably 80, so that would make the total distance there something more like 110 or 115 or 20 or something.
40 times 40 is 1,600, so 4,800.
Plus 80 times 80.
Yeah, because it would
And
just be
then-
double, so I just
and
added
then,
30. So
yeah, and then the square root of that.
that's where I go to Google for math. Square root 4,800. So it's about 70 feet from... So, knowing what the keyboards sound like, could I determine whether or not it would be safe to attempt to use this computer without being heard by the closest librarian at 70 feet?
You could make an Arcana check with advantage, because this is like peak Fellcayn right here.
Fuck yeah! I don't remember how to do it, the shortcuts. Oh, I love the shortcuts if I could just figure them out. I'll just take
Like,
the long way.
I'm actually happy that Fellcayn is like magically cursed to be a child, snuck into the greatest arcane library in existence, is surrounded by things that can like probably blink her out of existence, and is doing magical math to figure out if she can access a magical device that she's never seen before. This is the Fellcayn moment.
Right?
Okay.
Okay, so I got a 23 as my best one.
23. Yeah, you're certain, looking at it, that you think that you could buy it, and because what you did is you blinked up there and blinked back, right? So when you blinked up there, you watched them for a while, and you were able to watch the White Librarian and what they did, and you watched the display, and then you basically gained enough an understanding. You needed to write it down into the Lady and the Orc, and you now have kind of like a rudimentary instruction on the use of the command prompt. And you're certain that it doesn't make that much noise. The keyboard will make some noise, but not enough to be heard across 75 feet. And the display will remain a black with just a white symbols on it.
DOS. I miss DOS, but I hate using command prompt. Um, all right, then yeah, I'm just gonna try to do the thing.
All right, it goes like like this.
C:\\. How can Fellcayn be real if our eyes aren't real?
Yeah, it goes like that. I need a better. Whoa! I need a better font for that and make it bigger too, like that, and then something like that. No, well, that's pretty good actually.
I'm actually. Oh, okay, I see what you're doing. I was like, what are you talking about?
This one's pretty good. No, that's not good. Maybe maybe this one. There we go. And it blinks, and there's a cursor blinking.
All right. I'm just gonna like go all nerd and be like, I don't know if. Fuck it, I'm just gonna give it a shot. I'm just gonna be like, CMD underscore. What's the word I'm looking for here? I don't want to go forgetting things. Thank God I kept notes that didn't suck. Yeah, so like CMD underscore ATC underscore tutorial. Like, Command Avernian Tome Clockwork tutorial.
Nice. It spits out like a ton of stuff just here on the edge, like, and I'll kind of freehand do that. It's like boop 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 boop, like all the down there, and then it just like fills that space with a lot of stuff, like you know, come on, and then maybe this, and it goes here, and it's like, path, this, like that, and it's got file extensions, and then it keeps going with like maybe a list, and then it lists all of it out, like it'll go down into like, um, uh, where it's at, and what it includes, and it starts listing it all out, and eventually, it offers you like another command prompt, and in this case, it actually enters into like since you're kind of like in a command, or actually it's like, how to put this? It's in its operating system. It's going like, it asks you what you want, like it lets you make like a kind of a search. Let me go here.
Then I'm just gonna search for Palace of Hearts coordinates. But specifically relative to the clockwork calculations, not just where is this thing geographically. Computers, man.
It shows you a map of what is probably the library, and let's see here. I'll do like a line. This thing is a point crawl anyway, so if I do like this, and and you had like, actually, you had like a staircase going down, and then you had like a long hallway, like this, and then it opens up into this large room, and then it offers like another area you can go that you can't currently see, um, but it's clear that there's some other area, and then there's some other hallway here with like destinations.
So I just basically need to find a Matrix-style hallway of doors that lead to the rest of the places.
Yeah, and so basically this thing is it's shown you like a little schematic showing that somewhere within this room is like a way for the room to open up into, you know, places leading out of the Stygian library.
Alright, I'm making lots of notes. I'm I'm fucking saving that too. C command ATC. God, that was dumb. I loved it. I couldn't believe I just said all that and that it worked. um, I am going to use part of my book wherever there's one of those partial pages like the publisher's page or copyright page or whatever, where they got just some stuff and then a lot of blank space, and I'm going to copy down what I can of the map's distinguishing features relative to. Does it show my location? Well, I mean, the
Um,
spiral stairway kind of gives it that away, I think.
it
Most of
does show
us.
your location, and it's clear like that. Basically, all you need to do is something that you're able to tell from this is if you can get up here, there's like an area where you can exit. You can access another terminal and get out. However, as you're looking at all this and copying it down, something else happens. Um, this librarian turns around and sees you.
Which one?
This one right here. I don't know why I can't control it, but
Ruh-roh.
there we go. I think I can control it now. I guess not. Won't let me move it. But anyways, yeah, it turns around and sees you and stands silently for a moment. The other thing is you realize that this exit out is locked by a security code.
Um, for the moment that it is not alarmed by my presence, I would like to pretend I don't see it while, like, stealthily, I'm reaching like I'm wearing a coat. I'm not wearing a coat, obviously. But, like, I want to, reach for my blink dagger as slowly and stealthily as possible and nonchalantly, like, da, 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 da. And then I want to attempt to surprise it by blinking, like, into a blind spot, just off, like, not quite behind it, but off, like, just to the side behind it.
Okay.
And assuming that that successfully works, I want to sneak attack it and try to, like, just crush its undead-like skull in, you know, quick, fast, choppy chops.
All right, you're gonna try to attack it.
Yes, because I'm assuming it's not just going to give me the password.
I will say that you can have a surprise round, but it will definitely alert the others if you fail to kill it. So you have advantage, and you have one round to attack it. I'll move you up there because you said you were linking up there. So I would say that would make it pretty surprised. So you can roll with advantage to hit.
Alright. I gotta remember which freaking button does the shortcuts for advantage and stuff on this app really quick. Advantage is left shift. Oh, well, duh. Okay. That makes things easier. Do a 10 or 13 hit.
Oof.
And then I gotta reread a freaking the sneak attack though. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba.
The 13 will actually hit.
Okay, and then because I have 2 daggers technically, one of them is just a plushie. So do a 21 or 18 hit. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, they hit.
Okay, so then here is regular hand, offhand, and
Whoa, 22 damage?
my sneak attack damage. So wait, did that do both? That wasn't even both. So it was 20. Wait, that doesn't make sense. Does it? The shit. Oh geez, yeah, it was 1d4 plus 3. This is kind of bananas.
So the total,
Okay,
this part I don't understand. It's got 6 plus 16.
oh, it
rolling
was already
22.
calculating the sneak attack damage. Okay. So it already calculated this. So ignore the. So I did 22 with my main hand as a sneak attack, and 9 from my offhand. So 31 piercing damage. That was sneak attack damage.
That is 1 hit point shy.
Seriously?
Yep.
Oh damn.
Luckily for you, desperate for its life, it's going to turn around and immediately try to use its spell, lucky or not. Let me see what level of magic user it is. Magic user level 8.
Well, and then does it try to get out of range before it uses magic? Because that could just, be the end anyway.
Let's see. Creates 1 more dart. What level of spell slot does an 8th level wizard have? I can't remember.
Level 8, not a lot.
Yeah, not a lot. 3rd, 4th, I don't know.
5e wizard levels. I'll just pull up a table really quick here. Doodly-doo. 8th level, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they have 4th.
4th level? Okay,
one,
so
yep.
2nd, 3rd, 4th. So 5th level magic, or 5 magic missile darts. So that's 5d4 plus 5. 14 plus 5 is 19. As it turns around and immediately starts shooting arcane energy at you to try to kill you.
No, yeah, I don't think this will work. It said the thing I was gonna do specifically says an attack, so I think that means like attack action.
What is it?
Uncanny dodge.
Oh.
It says when an attacker that you can see hits you with an attack, you can use your reaction to have the damage against you. But I don't think that applies to non-melee.
It says, according to the Sage Advice column from Jeremy Crawford in November 8th, 2021, that Uncanny Dodge can half the damage of attacks from any source, including spells.
Sweet.
I would have given it anyway because that would be a really dumb ability because by a certain level everything is magical and there's spell attacks.
Well, yeah, and then I mean, even just taking the whole situation into account, I mean, she's a half-elf, but she's also short and a child.
So you instead take 9 points of damage.
Works for me. I could have survived it if it wasn't halved either, but...
And it's your turn again.
I'm gonna go ahead and do a stabby stab at it, but I'm not gonna try to get the sneak attack because it already has seen me.
They have advantage. I'm gonna see if they can notice you now. They do.
Damn. Well, in the meantime, I'm gonna just kill the one in front of me. Do a 25 and a 24 hit?
A little bit.
Or well, since my main hand attack would hit, I probably wouldn't use my bonus action for my second hand attack either, though. So I'll probably hang on to my bonus action if that's cool. Uh,
You easily kill it, of course, since it was nearly dead. And with your plushie and your blink dagger.
right.
Unfortunately, this one up here, you see, look at what's going on, and this one right here starts to make its way down towards you.
Um,
This
Wait, was
one,
it the same one that saw me and, like, have they both seen me, or is it just the closest one that saw me?
they've both seen you.
Okay, what's the one that's not heading towards me doing?
The facility lights up, and alarms start to go off.
Ah, see, I was gonna, if I saw it heading for the computer, I was gonna try to head it off and, like,
Oh yeah, you have a blink dagger. You can try to do that.
okay, yeah, so I want to blink up to the one that's not coming for me, since it's clearly heading for the communications system,
All right.
and assuming it can, because I couldn't even kill the one I surprised in a single hit, so my goal is actually going to be to uh, there's cabling and stuff that's exposed between, like, the clacky clacks and the screens.
You want to try to? What's your intention? You're going to try to disable
I
the
want
computer.
to sabotage the computer, and then rather than fighting the two that are chasing me, I want to continue to move around and sabotage all but the main computer that I used, because I'm pretty sure I'm going
As
to
you
need it.
go, yeah. I'm going to make a really rare check. This is going to be a easy Arcana check.
Sweet.
Extremely rare check. Skill check. Have to beat a
17.
5. Okay. Yeah, you're able to disable it. And
I've got a +6. I could have beaten a 5 with a 1.
now, I don't think. How many. Can you use the Blink Dagger? Is it a bonus action, or how's it used?
Technically, it uses an action.
Okay, so you've already used it this round. So if you move
Yeah.
away, it's going to have an opportunity attack as a martial attack. Or a melee attack, anyway.
Well, so yeah, so I blinked up, like, around it to where the computer is, so I sliced the. Or wait, is sabotaging the computer an action?
No, but you blinked up to it, and that was an action, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I still have a bonus action though, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, I'm going to. My hedgehog plushie is my dual weapon, so it's my offhand weapon.
Okay.
So I'm going to use my bonus action to, like, hit the next computer
Okay.
at a distance, like, throw it.
Yeah, you could do that. Roll to see if you can hit it. You need to pass a 13 to hit. Oh, you didn't.
9.
Your hedgehog plushie slams into a nearby wall, not hitting the computer down below where you're trying to hit it. The good news is that you have a blink dagger, so I mean you can just use that.
Yeah.
Are you gonna
I was
stay?
trying to do as much as I can with as little time as possible.
Sure. What do you do next? Are you gonna move, or are you gonna stay there, or what?
Well, if I do move, it'll probably just either get an opportunity attack or use magic anyway. But yeah, I'm gonna. Well, yeah, I'm just gonna have to take the risk, because touch magic is a lot more dangerous than ranged magic. So yeah, I'm gonna just 30 feet away from it, this way.
Okay. All right. It's gonna get its opportunity attack. It misses. It sucks at it anyways. But that's your turn. It is now its turn, and it is of course going to try to destroy you. It's going to try. Does Uncanny Dodge apply in this situation as a reaction?
Do I? Yeah. Do I? Yeah. If I still have a reaction.
Yeah, because it's the next round because you already took your
Okay,
turn.
yeah.
So yeah. Okay,
I
so
wasn't sure if bonus actions used reactions. My brain's like.
sure. That means instead you take 8 damage. And magical spell fire starts to ignite here as you desperately rush to try to destroy the computers that they seem to be trying to activate. it starts walking towards you slowly. Uh, they're not very athletic, but it has more magic as well. But anyways, yeah, and then this one is out of that spell. What else can it do? It's going to try to levitate itself up to the computer where the plushie is, and do that, and then activate an alarm.
Damn. That's what I was trying to use the plushie for.
Right, and it does it. I can't seem to move it, but goodness gracious, I can't seem to grab a hold of it. But it's. If I can get a token in here of some kind. Librarian. Just look up a weird token for it and see if I have anything. Townsfolk, librarian. Yeah, we have librarians, so it makes it up to here.
Okay.
All right, and that's their turn. What do you do?
Well, since the alarm's been activated anyway, I'm going to go back to the main. My thing just freaked out. It wouldn't let go of the map, so I was like sliding the whole screen while I was trying to click. I'm gonna go back to the main computer with Blink and attempt to get whatever security I need activated to open the door.
All right, you'll need to pass a 15 Arcana check to be able to determine the password. Open the door.
All right. During their typing and seeing the room and having been near the door at one point, is there anything that could provide insight into what the password might be, given that most doors have been unlocked in the entire facility?
That's a good point. Yeah, I'll reduce the difficulty by 4.
Wait. And then you said Arcana?
Yep.
Oh, fuck me, 8.
Oh no. Yeah, you're not sure how to open the door. However, you do have a blink dagger if you could find a way to look to the other side somehow. I don't know how you do that, but
Yeah, I was kind of picturing this just like a Star Trek type door, just a sheet.
oh man, I had an idea, but I can't tell you. Go ahead though. I mean, you've got a all-knowing computer thingamajig here, and all kind. You got options.
Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna. I got it. I don't need to know the password. I'm gonna typey type. I mean, it's the biggest computer, so it must be the most important, right?
Yeah.
And therefore probably has administrative rights over all the other systems.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna type 2 simple words in the command line. Reset password.
I like it.
Then I'm just gonna make it 0. I mean, no, wait. Then they might be able to chase me. I'm gonna make it. Fellcayn is great. Because they don't know my fucking name.
You think they don't? Okay.
Fellcayn does not believe they know her name.
All right. You do that, and you're able to open the door if you choose to.
I do choose to, but I'd also like to try to retrieve my plushy dagger.
All right. Probably. This person's probably ignoring it, so you could probably do that because they're trying to get to you.
Okay, yeah, if they've moved off of it, it should be relatively safe-ish.
Right. Use your blink dagger. You blink back to the door. I assume that you figure out which door you need to go in to find a prisoner. You specifically said that.
Yes.
So you do that, and you run down this hallway as these librarians from this place are trying to get to you, and you find yourself somewhere. You find yourself.
No library can hold me.
Oh, maybe that's not it. Maybe it's here. It's still a rather dangerous place. Is the funny thing. Oh dear. Give me just a moment. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no rush. I gotta make my notes anyway. I'm a really terrible note taker. I wait till I'm done with things.
I thought I put you on here. I'm gonna have to. Let me start the music for it.
And just in case they do try to chase me, it's Fellcayn is great, all one word, capital F, capital GR, and then just the number 8 for great. Because, you know, uppercase, lowercase, and numbers.
I'm trying to find the. I have to. There it is, I think. Aha! Now I just have to find it on the map. I don't know why. I thought I could have swore I've already had you here. So I don't know. I don't know what happened, but I'm going to try to find it. Let's see. I believe it's on the second floor. Aha! You are here. Oh. It's not letting me. Let's do Mythic Mountains as well. That's why I couldn't see it. Okay, and I'll describe what you see here real quick. And, all right, let's see here. You see a dozen floating candles casting dim, flickering lights over a sepulchral, windowless library. Ebony bookshelves fill volumes bound in jet black fabric. The books don't have any titles on their spines. And in the middle of this room that's dark, other than the floating candles in the room, a black quill pen rests on a writing desk next to a jar of black ink. And suddenly one of the books opens, and a mouth appears, and it says, "Ah, haha, most clever girl. I had the utmost faith in you. I'm afraid that you're not completely out of danger yet, though. You need to get your friends into the palace. We have to hope that they have the unicorn horn, and you need to get them to bring the unicorn horn to me. And then we can set everything right, and I can show you the mysteries I've hoped to show you for a long time."
I'm just gonna kind of like nod slowly. And then just start walking. You know, as fast as my little baby legs will take me.
And we will stop session.